here in Berea, Ohio, where we're doing Inside Training Camp Live all morning long. There is Odell Beckham Jr. He didn't practice yesterday. He was sick, but looks like he's feeling better today. He's doing a warm-up sort of dance hybrid situation, which I'm kind of into. So we have Joe Thomas out on the field watching practice with us. Aditi Kinkhabwala is here as well. And Baker Mayfield, the expectations for him, he obviously didn't start all of the games last year. He only started 13 games, but he set the rookie record for passing touchdowns. Now, what are the expectations for him going into this season with Freddie Kitchens as a full off season with him as the head coach, Joe?
Well, the expectations are extremely high right now. They think that Baker Mayfield is going to be one of the great quarterbacks in NFL history here because of not only the fact that he set the rookie record last year with the number of touchdown passes, but the fact that he grew and got better each and every single week, and he made the players around him better. And so I think that's what they're most excited for, to see the process and the growth that he went through last year. And if they can continue to have him grow the way he did last year, the sky's the limit for that young kid.
And Joe, that's a big part of it, what we see on the field, the way that he kind of takes the reins of this team. But his personality also just really seems to fit the city of Cleveland. The way that he says, we're not going to take people talking down on us. The way in the spring he got so frustrated by Duke Johnson saying that he wanted a trade. It feels like this is a player that espouses everything that the city of Cleveland is about.
Yeah, Cleveland fans forever have always loved the homegrown talent. They've always demanded that the team draft a kid from Ohio State, pick up the local product, because it seems like Browns fans, they love seeing people and players that remind them of themselves. They want to be able to feel like that team represents themselves and the blue collar and the hard work ethic that these people in this area have. And I think Baker Mayfield's story is something that I think a lot of people in this area can really relate to. The fact that he had to walk on where he played in college. He had to really earn everything he got because he was a shorter quarterback, and nobody gave him an opportunity. Even going into the draft early on, some people were saying he wasn't going to be a first-round pick. And he really has proven everybody wrong so far, and he's always had this chip on his shoulder. And I think people in Cleveland, with all the losing that they've experienced here since the team came back in '99, can really feel that Baker Mayfield reflects and has a lot of the same values that they do.
Yeah, Joe, in a way, it feels like Baker Mayfield is the absolute perfect quarterback for this Browns team, for this city. And on the field, we saw what he was able to do, just step in last year and absolutely elevate everybody around him. So what do you want to see him improve on this season?
Well, I think you just want to continue to see that growth that he has. He's got a lot of new weapons around him, namely Odell Beckham Jr. And you want to see that coordination and cooperation and the camaraderie that you see amongst those players continue to improve, and with those new players add to that mix and become an even more explosive offense than they were at the end of last season. And I think Baker Mayfield has taken ownership of this offense right away in training camp, because he is the unquestioned leader of this team and this offense. And he's really taken on that leadership role, and that makes everybody around him better. And a lot of times when you take that ownership and you become that leader yourself, it makes yourself a better player, because you raise the expectations even for yourself, because you know that you have to be walking the walk if you're talking the talk in that leadership position.
And not everybody has the personality to come in, especially as a rookie, to a team that has veterans, that has a history of a lot of losing seasons, to come in and take hold of everything and take charge and really kind of guide everybody, Aditi.
Well, Colleen, part of that, too, is Baker Mayfield said, I'm not a part of that. You know, that's history. That's not who we are right now. Just really quickly, we're seeing both Odell Beckham Jr., who missed practice yesterday being sick, and Jarvis Landry, who came up limping yesterday during practice. Both of them are out here in pads, both of them looking like they're going to practice. We'll see how much they do. Myles Garrett, who Joe Thomas knows plenty about, is not in pads. He apparently is dealing with something in his knee right now. But that's
we can ask him when he comes on.
When he comes and chats with you guys a little bit later. That's another interesting thing, guys. If there are questions, we talk so much about the talent at the skill position right now that the Browns have, but the offensive line is a little bit unsettled. And since Joe left, we're not so sure if Greg Robinson is really the answer at left tackle. The Browns tried a few things. And I'll say this, Colleen, being out here at practice, Myles Garrett has been in the backfield constantly. And I don't know if that's a statement on Myles Garrett or if that's a statement on Greg Robinson.
Right.
So maybe, Joe, today you could pay attention and tell us what you think of Greg Robinson as your replacement here.